I can continue. I can
Yes.
continue. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for giving me a chance to speak on this first virtual AIS conference. I'm a privileged. So my topic was the creating on the lasting filter because I'm the glaucoma person. So my perspective will be on the glaucoma, and the Tabajit was the retina person. He treated the patient as retina because in universal glaucoma is a teamwork. Types of doctor needed. One is in retina, one is the glaucoma. Coming to the neovascular glaucoma, it's a blinding disease. As an intractable disease, sometimes it is difficult to manage most of the time, results in disastrous visual loss, and the goal of treatment is to avoid or reduce the visual loss. So prevention is better than cure. So you have to prevent the patient, have a high index of suspicions of his development, and you have to be aware of ocular disease that can cause neovascular glaucoma. And if it occurs, early diagnosis and rational management is essential to minimize visual field loss. What's the pearls of early diagnosis? Used for neovascularization. And it should be in the undilated slit lamp examination. Look for the iris as a pupil. And in the initial phases of neovascularization, it occurs mostly in the pupillary area and sometimes in the angle area. And management by more than one physician because it needs a team approach, retina, for ophthalmic retina and the glaucoma. And if it's a systemic disease, the systemic doctors has to be the average physician. Clinical codes, the pre-rubeosis stage, sometimes we cannot find out. We miss it or we cannot get it. So it's come to the pre-glaucoma stage where you can find the normal IOP and open angle. Then comes the open angle stage where you get the florid neovascularization of the iris. There may be inflammations and still the angle is open. And in the closed angle glaucoma stage, you can find the ectropy UV and it's a totally closed angle like a zipper. It is totally closed. There should be some differential diagnosis, whatever the cause. In case of open angle stage, sometimes you may mimic the acute angle closure glaucoma with the uveitis or the Fuchs dystrophy also. In the angle closure, you can you have to differentiate from the IC and maybe due to the trauma. Pre-glaucoma stage, the management, what Dr. Chakrabarty has already said, pan-retinal photoglacian and pan-retinal cryotherapy if the fundus is not so clear. And in the open angle stage, retinal ablation, medical management of glaucoma, you have to start. Anti-VEGF therapy may be the first line of treatment than retinal laser, and filtration surgery with anti-metabolic is a later stage if the IOP is not controlled. But in the case of closed angle glaucoma, that's the most toughest area. Retinal ablation, anti-glaucoma medication, it always does not work. Anti-VEGF therapy, it has to be intensified. Filtration surgery with metabolites we can try, but aqueous drainage implants works much better. Or if it doesn't help, we can go to cycloablative procedures. Medical management, what should be the early stage? It should be the IOP lowering agents, that's a beta blockers, carbonic anion inhibitors. But prostaglandin, there is a loss of pros and cons. It depends on the inflammations and others. And always avoid the myotics because it will increase the pain and congestion. Topical steroids is a must. It's a relief and for the inflammation. And topical atropine is a cycloplegic drug. And make sure, trabeculectomy, make sure the primary disease is taken care of. Preoperative anti-VEGF to reduce the IV rubeosis. It can be given intracameral or intravitreal. Trabeculectomy, major cause of failure of trabeculectomy is excessive healing. How to avoid the scarring? Risk factor for scarring to be assessed. Neovascularization of the glaucoma, failed filter, planned anti-metabolic for the high-risk patient. We can find that congenital inflammation should be minimized to get a good result. To avoid scarring, preoperative tricks is a good hemostasis, minimal diathermy, good wound closure, post-operative tricks, minimize inflammation, use of topical steroid, and you should consider 5-fluorouracil injection or mitomycin C in some of the cases. Antimetabolites, antifibrotic agents are there, mitomycin C, 5-fluorouracil should be used with caution, and it should be wide area of operation application to get a better. Wound titration. Tight wound closure reduces the complication, and post-operative titration provides the controlled flow. Wound titration, what should be the wound modulation improve success rate, anti-metabolites or releasable sutures or laser suture lysis. Just is working. A short clip video of the releasable suture, how to from the cornea end, we come to the limbus, the 10 or nylon. We fix it and we give 3 knots. Look, 1, 2, 3, and just hold it. Tight it. Okay. Now you see if I pull it when I want to release it, it opens it very easily. Just one more shot. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Fix it. Tight it. If you pull it, look, so easily it comes out. We don't have to be worried about. Now let's laser suture lysis. Let's see it works or not. Yeah, this is a area with Hodgkin lens. I put the laser. You can use the argon. You can use the YAG laser. Just push it. There should be some blood should not be there. And after the laser stitch is being done, just give small pressure above, and you will see the slowly the blade is forming. And this is called titration. You have to give a try for one or whatever you like. But first start with the one suture, see the pressure, how it lowers, then you can cut the other also. Laser suture lysis, the clinical pulse should be affected the window period. Cut the crucial suture at a time, always at a time. And beware of the hypotonic, because after cutting the suture, we give pressure to the eye. If the pressure is too much, there will be a gust of aqueous in the blade area. And sometimes, as it is an open type of, the flap is open, there may be lots of hypotony, and it will be very difficult to control it. Next comes the neovascular glaucoma, the aqueous drainage devices, largely done for cases where the trap is contraindicatory, where you find lots of reviews in spite of intravitreal, intercameral use of anti-VEGF. There will be florid reviews, anti-VEGF contraindicated in some of the cases, and there will be significant scarring from the previous vitreoretinal surgery, because after vitreoretinal surgery, sometimes in cases of some cases we find lots of scarring, and if the conjunctiva is scarred, result is very bad. So in those cases, aqueous device works much better.